media timeout is coming up. Good dig by Trubin. And they recycle it. Now Livings has to try and play it. It was going to go inbounds, and she plays it off the antenna. So now it's an auto timeout. It will come here at 15-9, but a 6-0. After that media timeout, it's a 6-0 run for Penn State. 5 points coming in a row on the serve of Jillian Grimes, underrated libero.
Yeah, Coach Katie Schumacher-Colley said she kind of flies under the radar, doesn't get all the credit that she feels she deserves, but at the end of the day, she feels the love from her team, and that's all she needs. But she has been out here. Coach said she turned a corner on her defensive range and has just elevated this season, really communicating well with her passers, putting in the work.
Leah Ford sides out for USC to end the 6-0 run. Swatted over by Maggie Mendelson. Adania Falmoina misses into the net. And Penn State with a quick side out.
Well, Falmoina loves to attack the angle. And Penn State, that block was really inside, trying to shut that down. And they put some good hands in her vision to create that error.
Lower set. Some tempo there from the connection by Tuaninga and Falmoina.
And Falmoina has a heavy arm. You'll hear a few thumps from her tonight or more, but this is something she's been working on to become a complete attacker, is these shots, the throws, the tips. So she's had a good roll shot that already went down tonight, and now this throw down to the ground.
Right now, USC hitting 0, same number of kills as errors, and Brad Keller says that Falmoina, Livings, their young pins are going to have to get better with those tips and rolls in order to become more efficient and get out of jams.
Yeah, they need to support Batenhorst. She's been playing consistent, putting up the numbers, but they need some more production on those pins as well, keeping those errors down and knowing when to make the right choice on your attack.
Because Livings, Falmoina, both so talented, but
Very.
both hitting under 200 on the season. Slide shot by Mendelson and rifles that thing down. And ricochets out of play for the kill.
Mendelson is bringing the heat. Loves to go behind the setter, and you can see why. Really attacking that at a high point.
After a misconnection the previous play. Here's Batenhorst, an out-of-system kill.
A good, gritty effort there by USC, and Batenhorst, again, she does such a nice job waiting on this out-of-system set, able to get her feet to it. Look at that pass off the court. Gala Trubin there to lift it up for her, and Batenhorst with a nice step close inside to keep that on her right shoulder for that point.
After a familiar good start, Batenhorst 3 for 7. Izzy Stark is a very offensive-minded setter, tries one there, gets Penn State a free chance. Goes to Hannah, into the hands. Here is Stark with a swing. Penn State ahead in this point, and another slide kill. Maggie Mendelson, another Nebraska transfer. There's a few of them in this matchup on both sides.
Not only volleyball, but at Nebraska played basketball as well. At Penn State, she's focusing on volleyball, so that was, this last spring was her first spring of actually being on the volleyball and getting those reps in instead of being on the basketball court.
You know, she has that in common with the two-sport athlete in college. Her head coach, Katie Schumacher-Colley, played at Penn State, not only on the volleyball team, she actually went to a Sweet 16 with the women's basketball team at Penn State. Trubin with one hand. Merzick answers with a dig, and Hannah looking for
but she has done a nice job. There's assistant coach Megan Hodge-Easy, and she actually, we talked to her before the game today about Izzy Stark, and said she just has such a high standard for herself. She is a leader on the court, has come in, done the work, and really running a balanced attack. Really impressed with her play.
USC, when they're, like a lot of teams, when they're playing well, they're controlling the ball and passing well. And when they're not playing well, that's usually one of the root causes. Good serve there by Quinn Menger.
Well, Tuaninga doesn't usually lose those jousts. She's usually pretty successful on that one. And now she has a chance to go back and rip her jump serve, see if they can get some points rattled off. When she gets it going, She can cause a lot of trouble, has a nice crossbody jump serve.
You cannot discount the potential impact there. She once had 10 aces in a match against Colorado a couple years ago. But Stark says enough of that conversation. Quick side out by the setter.
Well, both of these setters are offensive. Izzy Stark the other night against UCLA had 6 kills herself because she makes these smart decisions. That was a settable ball, but those are the ones you want to go on because you're keeping that blocker guessing. That
was a career high for Izzy Stark. And something tells me she's going to best that career high a few more times, the way that she has a knack for attacking. She also is distributing. Penn State has 5 different players already with multiple kills. Effective serve by Megan Verbeest, the junior from Manhattan Beach, coming in. And it's just off the sideline on the attempt by Tyra Ariel.
Yeah, that set a little bit farther off the net. Looked like the ball was behind her a little bit. Got a little bit lower on the attack, going wide.
Penn State, the big edge in the first set, #3 team in the country, 19-1 record. Only loss came against #1 Pittsburgh. High flat swing, and Merzick finds the hands.
Yeah, and that's not a bad loss. This Pitt is very, very good. I covered that game. Penn State came in and I think got a little bit caught by surprise by Pitt and just wasn't able to pull it together for that match. That's what Coach said, and learned from that and moved on.
I really think Katie Schumacher-Cauley, they're appreciative of that loss and that opportunity and the realization that they weren't quite ready yet at the time. 4 newcomers that were still getting used to each other. Said they got overwhelmed a little bit by the crowd, but
it was packed
against each other. And Merzick had a career high 79 attempts and 29 kills in the 3-2 victory against Ohio State last weekend. And there's a lot
of jumps.
That's a lot of swings, but as Coach Schumacher-Cauley told us, Merzick said, look, I'll take 100 swings as long as we win.
Well, and that's the kind of player you want on the floor. When you need things to get turned around, they have that look in their eye. They're going to their setter and just, give me the ball. Let's do this.
But it's interesting, Penn State can kind of go either way. They have that ability with somebody like Merzick who can be a magnet, but they also have enough balance when they want to use it as well.
They do.
The way that Mendelson and Trammell are converting. High efficiency in the middle, and Hannah's been really good as well on the outside. A rare attempt by Trammell that doesn't find the floor, but a free ball right back to Penn State. Juravicius into the block to Aninga. Timing wasn't there with Livings. Oh, great second reaction by Trammell to keep it in play. Livings rifles it cross court.
And there's that thump you could hear. Very powerful arm swing, and that's what they need from her right now on this opposite to get some offense going. Nice lift by Trubin there and crushing that angle.
Gets it back within 6. Hammered by Merzick right into the arms of Trubin. Timing not quite there with Tuininga, her hitters in this point. And it's there with Trammell and Stark.
Well, SC's getting the opportunities, but they're just a little bit off on that connection, as you mentioned. So they're not getting those kills, having to go to a roll shot. Penn State digging it up, and they're putting it away when they get the chance.
Set point. Big time connection there. Batenhorst on the bick.
Perfect set there for Batenhorst to come in. The other night against Michigan State, I felt the set was a little bit low, was getting it in the net a little bit, but raised that, set up a ball, and she has a heavy arm from the back row.
And that missed serve will give the first set to Penn State. Nittany Lions were in control the entire way, take it 25-18.
Well, a little bit, we need some better side out from USC and point scoring. Penn State very heavy in those percentages. Can USC bounce back in set 2?
We saw that offensive diversity from Penn State in the first set, and they take it by 7. We're going to be dressing up as Nicole for Halloween, but Penn State is coming to the party as national title contender, and they look like it in the first set, 25-18.
Well, they did a nice job serving and putting up a huge block for SC. Usually SC is the one leading the charge in the blocking. But Penn State, point scoring wise, 48%, close to 50. So half the time they're getting opportunities, they're getting those points in their side out game, 72%. Meaning 7 out of 10 serves, they're putting the ball down inside out, and that's made a big difference here as USC is only at about 28% in their point scoring, so they've got to clean that up.
And as good as USC has been this season blocking, the big question right now going into the stretch run is where can they find the offense outside of Batenhorst?
Yeah, right now the numbers, Batenhorst is at over 300, 333, 4 kills on 12 attempts with no errors, but after that, she needs some supporting cast there. They do have very athletic, talented hitters. They just need to find that consistency.
No one else is over 0 right now besides Batenhorst. It's aerial blocking Trammell, a rare block of Taylor Trammell, who's 4th in the country in hitting.
Well, Ariel is very good at the net. She makes good reads, makes good moves with her hands, and that was a perfect lineup on that middle attack.
All of USC's blockers are up over 1 block per set. Very, very good blocking team. Nice set by Stark, shoved by Juravicius. Doesn't find contact, so it's a hitting error.
Trying to go for those hands off the SC block. They gave her a little bit of line.
Junior from San Diego, Gala Trubin, up over 1,000 career digs, the 20th in program history to reach that milestone. Jess Merzick, slightly slower start in the first set, didn't end up bothering Penn State.
Yeah, we saw that again, a little bit of a slow start, but they have so many weapons to help her and support. This one even looks like she was coming down a little bit on that attack, but takes it cross body to hit that line.
4 for 11, 2 errors. Batenhorst up over the top.
Nice move by Tuaninga on the set. And the hard work, too, from Ariel in the middle to keep Penn State committing on her that opens that up for Batenhorst on a one-on-one on the pin.
5th kill by Batenhorst. These setters are both so good in transition. The middles always have to be ready to at least draw the defense, like you said. Kill Juravicius.
Well, that's the hard work of the middle blocker as well. You might not be getting all the sets that you want, but you still have to go up hard to hold the block from the other side to help those pin hitters get those one-on-one opportunities.
You don't always get that statistical love, but you can still help your team.
That's right.
Win the point. Angelina Stark to Jess Merzick. Stark with the dig. And Mendelson is sent packing.
Well, she loves that slide, and she's had some success, but here we go. USC's block is roaring in set number 2. Jaden Livings here on this pin number 42 going up. Look at that, her hands turned into the court. Beautiful block.
Good scouting report awareness there. You got to know against Penn State that Mendelson likes the slide. Although Coach Schumacher-Cauley saying that she's gotten better with some different types of locations and tempos on her hits.
Yeah, trying to get in front a little bit more. Got to find ways to score in front of the setter as well. Getting that creativity going, and again, to help the pins get one-on-ones.
Tuaninga, back one to Ariel. Here's that one-handed set. Not sure how to describe that. And Mendelson with the kill. Penn State doing whatever it takes.
They're punching that ball over if they need to. That one from Hannah just kind of, and that's what Penn State's doing too, is it might not be perfect and clean, but they're keeping it error-free.
And Mendelson one-on-one reacts to the back row tip by Batenhorst.
Well, you can see Penn State Merzick trying to go cross-court to Batenhorst there, but just a little bit too wide.
Coach Keller says, hey, if teams want to serve Allie Batenhorst, we welcome them to keep on doing it.
Yeah, she really doesn't get aced a lot. She's doing a nice job passing.
Maggie Mendelson heating up. Mendelson and Juravicius for Penn State, both coming over this year from Nebraska. And of course, you have Batenhorst on the USC side.
Yeah, adding some depth to these rosters, and all the coaches have said how enjoyable the players have been and what an impact they've come in and made right away.
In fact, all 5 of Penn State's current starting hitters all transferred in at one point from a different institution. So they've had to adjust, as well as to a freshman setter in Izzy Stark. So it took them a little bit of time to find that setter-hitter connection, but with very few speed bumps considering they're 19-1.
It seems like it, and they've all put in the hard work, the extra reps to work on that connection. It takes time. It's paying off.
USC back down to 0 hitting percentage until that kill by 4.
And that's what they need in the middle. They got to get that offense going. And right here, Ford does the work, coming up strong. But look at Tuaninga, how far off the net she is, and gets a beautiful set for Ford to attack.
That was the big issue for USC in that 5-set loss against Michigan State. They missed 22 serves.
And yeah, I talked to head coach Brad Keller before this match, and I said, I know you're a believer in not talking about errors and going for it. And he said, no, in this case, that was too many. They weren't good errors. So they were too long out of the court. They were in the net. Those kind of errors were not, that wasn't helping them at all. It was almost an entire set of points. So hoping to clean that up and bring some tough service pressure here to Penn State.
A loud block here by Caroline Juravicius. She has reacted to her brief benching / nagging shoulder, depending on who you talk to, and she's come back in the last match and a half now and really looked at home back in the lineup.
Yeah, she's off to a hot start here tonight. Kills, blocks, you name it. She got the energy out there to pump her team up.
Penn State has the fight and the energy at the moment. Already 1 set, with the first set off of Nebraska, then losing the next 3 earlier tonight. So Nebraska is a half game ahead of Penn State right now for first place in the conference. The 2 unbeatens left in the Big Ten, Penn State and Nebraska.
Well, and Michigan is a very good team. Coaches have said the whole season. Although not getting those wins, they're very good and dangerous.
Behind the attack line, Batenhorst is dug by Jillian Grimes. Via Tuaninga to Leah Ford.
There we go. USC gets the free ball and puts it away. They've got to steady that out right now when Penn State gives them the opportunity. And it all started with a nice pass, so Tuaninga can get that to Ford in the middle.
And what you're saying right there is, like, if you're Penn State, or if you're USC, pardon me, so let's get back to the basics here. Get a free ball, put it away. You have to start from square one.
Well, the margin of error is very slim in this tough conference, no matter who you're playing. So if you get the opportunity, you better score.
They have 12 kills, 12 attack errors, so they're at 0. Penn State hitting .283. Nice shot. Juravicius from the left side, taking something off of it.
Yeah, that was a smart shot. Comes up strong, looking like she's going to crank it. That's the hard work as well. Getting off the net, coming in strong every single time, looking like you're going to hit hard, and then you're able to take some off of it and create that point.
She is 4 for 7 with 2 blocks.
Nice one from Batenhorst there. Passes again off the court. We've seen that a couple times. But Trubit comes in and lifts it for a nice out-of-system set. Taking her time, and goes right through the seam of the Penn State block.
Tough serve by Gala Trubin, who is the best server for USC. In terms of at least aces per set this year. Penn State scrapping. Who's going to put this point away? It is Batenhorst, and everyone's probably relieved that it's over.
Well, I was going to point to my watch here that I'm not wearing, but that was probably the longest rally we've seen all night, and what a smart shot by Batenhorst to hit that area one. Angelina Stark back there for Penn State in blue, number 10. Some quick reactions from Penn State, but again, out of system by Batenhorst, finding that corner, doing a nice job for USC.
Merzic bashes one. I think there was contact there on first glance. That was not the initial call. Penn State was calling for it, but USC will win that point.
You really got to be alive, even the refs here when she's hit, because it's hard. And this one, just going over the top of the block, a little bit long. It did get a touch off the ref.
Right, that's contact. Fortunately, doesn't count in the stats. Hey, Trubin is going on a service run right now. You know, to correct, Grimes leads Penn State in serving. Trubin's serving's kind of down this year, but not right now. She's going on a run. Timeout, Penn State.
I came back a couple matches ago, and I know it means a lot when they come back and support, but they have a lot to be celebrated, and they want to get back on that national stage, and they're putting the work in here. Brad Keller doing a nice job with recruiting, getting some of the top recruiting classes the last couple of years, and excited about the incoming players next year as well.
That 1977 season was the first perfect season in women's volleyball history before the NCAA era. And again in '03, and then of course during the Penn State 4P, they had back-to-back undefeated seasons under Russ Rose. And just actually had, of course, a feature come out documentary, the big story, The Streak, that premiered on Friday, October 18th, about Penn State and the longest winning streak in NCAA history, 109 wins in a row. Batenhorst goes soft and times that out nicely.
Good decision, Batenhorst going up and her hand hitting off the ball, off the block there of Jurevicius. After they blocked her the other one, she's like, it's not happening again.
There is Tyra Ariel, redshirt junior, Plano, Texas.
Beautiful pass from Gosnell in the back row. Perfect spot, waiting for that one, lifting it up. Tuaniga can set anywhere on that pass. Ariel coming up big with another successful throw.
6-1 run for USC. Caroline Jurevicius, covered by Grimes. We go back to Jurevicius. Tuaniga the dig. Jurevicius, won't happen for her on this point.
A few big plays here from USC, switching the momentum. Fans are yelling about that set, but you can double the ball as long as it stays on your side now. New rule change this year. SC's block is getting on fire.
Different looking jump serve by Tuaniga. Merzic with tempo, that set by Stark.
I think that's the fastest tempo we've seen all match so far out to Merzic, and wow, she comes in like a rocket, unloads in that angle.
That was, you blink and you miss it. Ava Faldudo, number 4 recruit in the country. What a luxury to have her playing right back DS, misses the serve.
And she came in, she's a freshman, but came in last January, so she got that spring training under her belt. And more we're seeing that with the athletes coming in early, getting that spring with the team, bonding, getting the training in, figuring out that balance of college academics and college athlete life.
And all of Penn State's key newcomers came in early like that this year. Jaden Livings to the court. Batenhorst still has about half of the team's kills on her own. She has 8 kills. The team has 17, but we're starting to see some others contribute. Diving effort by Batenhorst, but Merzick converts. That's her 6th kill.
What an impressive shot there. Merzick coming in, kind of took a look, saw it was open and did a side hand, her hand on side contact on that ball to get it to area 1.
Well, she's figured out a few different ways to score over the years.
Yes, certainly has.
5th-year player, Michigan transfer. Point USC, Livings tools it.
Livings is explosive. She can hit angles. She's learning those kinds of things, how to tool the block, how to use it. When you come into college, it's like you just want to go up and rip the ball every time, but you can't with these tall players. The blocks they put up, you've got to get creative.
Poor pass. Good touch by the middle on the free ball, and it's a free ball pass to attack by Leah Ford.
Well, USC is doing a better job here in set 2, again with those opportunities. Set number 1, we weren't seeing them transition and get those points, but now they're taking advantage of it.
USC got beaten soundly in the first set, had to call timeout early in the second. And here they are in front, looking to even things up with the number 3 team in the country. But Stark and company with the block.
Good block by Stark on there. Soft shot, waits, presses those hands over. That's the key, didn't leave any space between her and the net.
That's hammered. You said Falmouina would have some loud swings.
We've got 2 SC players in front of Tuaninga here. So Penn State middle blockers got to wait a little bit to see Leah Ford there in the front, and that sets it up perfectly. And they want Falmouina on that one-on-one with Izzy Stark.
Had her red shirt pulled late in the season a couple of years ago after Tuaninga got hurt, came in as the setter in NCAA tournament action, and missed all of last year with an injury, and is a key hitter this year. Ford puts away the overpass, USC in control.
Well, you can see on that one after Izzy Stark looking at her team like, all right, we need a pass. Again, take a little bit of it off the net. Doesn't have to be so tight. But right now,
just never know with this.
Every single night, you've got to bring your A game in the Big Ten. And right now, USC has turned it around for their A game with some huge blocks and now some tough serving to get them back on top in the set.
And with that ace by Megan Verbeest off the top of the tape, it's a 15-4 USC run after they were trailing 12-7 in this set. Penn State sides out, but USC, what a turnaround in the second set.
Yeah, serving tough, giving Penn State a little bit of passing trouble right now. Izzy Stark tight to the net. That one's successful on going up and putting it away. But she looked to her players like, come on, give me a pass. I want to set you guys.
Jillian Grimes, nice pickup. And Cameron Hanna, who transferred in from Clemson. It's her second year here, goes down the line.
Hanna took a little pause on that approach. I think she thought the tempo might be a little faster. Look, goes, waits a second, and then comes up big and tools Tuaninga's block.
Nice set by Tuaninga. Both setters showing off their range. In this point, Hanna takes advantage on that Stark set again down towards the court.
Well, and that's why Izzy Stark has been so impressive. Those plays right there. Not everyone can do that.
And serving USC into trouble. Very out of system, doesn't matter, Faumuina.
Like that attack from Faumuina, coming in a little bit higher than we've seen her tempo, but does a nice job getting her feet to the ball. And again, she loves that angle. Loves to hit that deep corner pocket angle, and now getting it closer to the line, just outside of the 3-meter line.
But not a screen. Good play.
Gray Gosnell, a key spot for a serve. Livings, D-attack. Batenhorst on the overdick.
So SC on their attacks, on their serving, giving Penn State some trouble. Those serve-receive passes have been a little bit tight the last few, and now the digs in transition, going over the net, giving SC an opportunity to crush it down on the first touch.
Set point for the Trojans. That is straight down. Hannah showing off her range.
She even was a little surprised on her face on that one. Love that. She's like, phew, glad that one. Wow, look at that line. I mean, unbelievable.
4 kills for Hannah, but 2 in the last 3 points. Batenhorst shoves that one into the block. It hits the court, and USC flips the script in the second.
National championship, and how fortunate are these athletes to have her on their side to learn from one of the best in the game.
That was a heck of a little in-game costume as well.
I'm going to ask her about that after the match, see if she's going to pull that one off this year as well.
Maybe. Probably figures if she does, they'll win a national title again. So might see that next week. Even at 1 set apiece, getting started in the third. Jess Merzick tips USC a chance. Faumuina from behind the attack line. Trubant, Batenhorst, another lengthy point. Merzick. Who has the final answer? Juravicious, no. Stark, Mendelson, it's over again. Merzick off the block. Ariel finishes.
Well, another long rally. I think it beat our last one that we timed. The athletes kind of looking around at each other, taking a deep breath. But again, coming in big with Penn State not happy with that final throw there from USC, but it works.
I wonder if as a player, is that more demoralizing when it's 1-1 after that? At least if it's 23-22,
Yeah, exactly.
you know you get a break soon.
Well, I think in set 2, we saw a lot more rallies between the two because SC stepped up their service pressure. So they got some opportunities in transition.
Very early in this set, teams have to catch their breath and play. Here is Juravicious. Hitter coverage been pretty good on both sides, a reason for these long rallies. Back set to Aninga. Livings was open but blocked. Here is Livings, out of system, blocked. Poked down by Mendelson. Faumuina creative.
Yeah, right now Penn State has that net. You've got to put the ball down on the floor. Mendelson a little pokey down, but too easy for USC to cover, and there Faumuina right in between the block.
Joust situation advantage, Juravicious and Penn State.
Yeah, that set going a little bit too tight. Faumuina not able to swipe it off outside of the court, so Penn State getting the better of that one.
Now, USC early in the first set was hanging around 0 for a while. They're now up to 156. Penn State at 217, lower than normal. All the way out, kill by Jaden Livings, the freshman from Dallas.
Well, Livings is getting going here. Set 2, picked it up right now with her 5th kill. And again, as we talked about, kind of that supporting cast for Batenhorst, she's a consistent hitter, passer for USC. And they need Faumuina and Livings on those outside pins as well.
Merzik looking for the angle, doesn't find it.
Well, and you don't see the triple block from all the schools around the country, but USC is one that does it. I've seen it from Oklahoma as well, and they do it well, and that's a big reason why they're top in blocking, making those decisions to come over, and especially with a strong hitter.
Yeah, Merzik's the type of player you might want to try that against. Here she is. Recovery there by Batenhorst. Good reaction. Faumuina likes that angle and missed wide.
And that's a good example right there. I think keep that one in. She loves it, but that was an extreme hit. She's a very athletic, talented hitter, but that one you got to keep it in, especially when you've got the momentum.
They do have the momentum right now against the number 3 team in the country. Cameron Hanna tries to turn it around. Penn State has risen to the occasion this year. That one loss against Pitt. Other than that, they're 6-0 against ranked opponents. Meanwhile, USC in search of that signature win. They're only 1-4 this season against ranked teams. Hits the line judge. That's out. Batenhorst.
I like USC. They're upping their back row attack game against Michigan State. Higher percentage going to the back. And as seasons go along, you see teams adding wrinkles each week after week, kind of little things to their game, so they don't always look the same.
Hitter coverage. Very good. But USC wins the point anyway, Leah Ford.
Well, yeah, this tipping game that USC does, Coach Brad Keller is a big fan of it. He wants them to have this in their arsenal, the tipping, the throwing, all that you can do, and it's causing some problems here for Penn State.
Leah Ford, 6 for 8. Hanna looking for the cross-court corner, and she misses. But there was a touch call.
Touch off the block there. Hanna coming up big with a big swing. Nice save by Stark, again going down to her knees. Gets it high up the hands.
D-ball, Livings, major finish.
Well, she is so powerful. This D-ball, she is hitting so well the other night. Really doing a nice job against Michigan State, and she just gets up, even with 2 blockers. She finds the middle of that block, attacking it, strong angle. Too much to handle for the Nittany Lions.
Tuaninga just making that look easy on the set against the flow. 6 kills, 5 digs for Livings. Trammell into the wall. D-ball Merzik.
D-ball from SC, D-ball from Penn State. Both of these teams have the weapons to set front row or back row, and it's like these back row attacks are almost like they're hitting from the front row. They're so powerful, just flying in the back of that line.
Ford tries to turn it and is off the sideline with it.
And that connection looked a little bit low, like it hit Ford on just below her hand. Seen a couple of those ones, but for the most part, Ford's doing a nice job in the middle, hitting .444, 6 kills.
Livings misses on the D-ball.
And that one, she's trying to go down the line. Penn State blocking that angle that she just cranked on the last one. Just took it a little bit too low to attack the line.
Izzy Stark serves Batenhorst. Pass to attack. Merzik with the pickup. Hannah with a whistle and a net call on USC.
Tuaninga in the net on that block. But you know what? SC's block has really elevated since set number 1. Really was non-existent. Leader on the court, vocal. She's got great energy. She's also the team DJ. Always bringing the boom box when they come into practices, come into the warm-ups. She's got a good vibe going.
You can't place a statistical value on team DJ, but
nope.
You see the current tally. She's also 1 ace away from being on her own as 4th in program history in that category. Cameron Hannah having herself a night. She is over 500 with that kill.
What a nice pickup there by Stark in the right back. Quick reaction to get that set up. Dig overhand, and Hannah's on fire.
And Merzik gets most of the publicity for Penn State on the outside, but Hannah is having a great season. And Batenhorst is rejected. It's a 7-0 run for Penn State. USC find the answer. Not quite yet. Rolled over a little bit by Jess Merzik. One-on-one, Leah Ford in the middle.
Again, Ford getting an opportunity in front. Tuaninga dishing that one up for her to attack the angle. She really likes going cross-body to that angle.
You know, the majority of the season, it has been Favor Onyanwu and Tyra Ariel as the 2 middles. We've seen a good amount of Ford, especially lately. She has come on. Opposite side kill. Everywhere they put Hannah, she is scoring.
Well, Hannah's coming off the UCLA win with 15 kills, hitting over 250 the other night in a long 5-setter, and she's carrying that into tonight.
Remember, we were told by the Penn State coaching staff that the reason as Batenhorst is blocked, Trammell is involved there. Hannah had been struggling recently with the setter-hitter connection because she touches so high, nearly 11 feet. They wanted some higher sets for her. Looks like they have that connection tonight.
I think so, yeah. Really want her to get high to be able to attack the ball over the block. When you're touching 11 feet, you can certainly do that.
But a big block there by Trammell. Batenhorst is dug. Stark somehow shoves it to Merzik. What a set by Izzy Stark.
That is just an unbelievable set. Take another look. Izzy Stark, and here's the thing, she doesn't even go into the net. Her momentum going that way, stops it with her body, shoves that ball out to the pin, and it comes up big.
That is actually defying physics.
Is going that way, giving it out to the pin for a huge kill.
Looking at that angle, great angle by our crew, it looked like she figured that if she ducked below the net, then she wouldn't net. That was her solution, and a really smart one from the freshman. Absolute smash by Juravicius. The Penn State offense is waking up in a big way.
They really are. I think that one, I don't even know if Izzy Stark saw that Merzik got a little tangled up there with the defender in the back row, but she shoved that ball, beautiful set to the opposite pin where Juravicius was ready for a huge kill.
Stark and Charlie Furbringer from Wisconsin, the top 2 recruits in the country. Katie Schumacher-Cauley saying they're both special in their own way. Somehow I think it's unavoidable that the 2 of them are going to be compared throughout their careers, whether
Probably.
it's fair or not.
Well, Furbringer from just down the street here at USC from Manhattan Beach. Big volleyball family there with professional playing parents, Joy and Matt Furbringer.
That's the thing, though. You look at what are some of these top setters have in common. Even Tuaninga and her family, it's the parents are both involved in some major way in the sport. Of course, for Tuaninga, her brothers as well. But Furbringer and Stark, their parents both play Division I. 13-1 scoring run, as you see down below in the screen for Penn State. Taking on a little bit of a similar complexion to the UCLA match where it went 5, but none of the sets. USC hitting negative 071 in this set. And miss hit there by Merzick.
Merzick going for the high hands on that one, but just misses. Tuaninga back to the line. Hoping to get some of those tough top spins ripped off for aces.
Merzick only hitting 125, but Hannah's been on fire, and Penn State's had enough from elsewhere. Vicious is blocked.
Sneaks that one right through the block. USC not pressed over well on that and sneaks it right down in between their hands in the net.
Vicious scores, and she is up to 7 kills. She's been good so far, with 5 blocks as well.
Wow, what a reach from Ariel. Beautiful pass. Tuaninga doing a nice job with these middles, really wanting to get them in this offensive game as they need to add to that, the pin hitters that they do have. Nice attack.
Definitely at that point in the set where looking for some late life just to give USC momentum going into the fourth. Great play by the defense. And that is snuck down by Ariel, despite the great hustle by Stark and company.
Take a look at this scrappy up here there by Stark, just lifting it up. But a free ball here for USC, and they take care of it. Coach Brad Keller said Tyra Ariel has the ability to be one of the most premier blockers, middle blockers in the country.
USC's had a good little stretch here despite the big deficit. Kill by Adanya Famuina. 5-1 scoring run, and they're still down 7. Great job by Merzick, putting Penn State back ahead in the point. Stark has options. Vicious is covered there, and straight down Mendelsohn.
We just both flew back in our chairs with that attack from Mendelsohn. Nice recovery cover on this block. Angelina Stark, Stark to Stark on that one. How fun to be able to play with your sister.
It's a whole lot of fun. Because the Stark family has been involved so long, the Penn State program, Katie Schumacher-Cawley talked about how she's known Izzy Stark for so long. She remembers her in 7th grade wearing rec specs.
Here we go.
Ariel back to serve. Izzy Stark, and Mendelsohn is denied.
Well, Coach Spencer McLaughlin right here saying, make a move, and he meant on the block, and that's exactly what Famuina does. Mendelsohn in the front. What do they know? She loves the slide and to go behind, and they are on her. What a huge block for USC.
Really good response by USC after the huge deficit in this set. Tight to the net. Again on the joust, forward with the point. USC within 5. Timeout, Penn State.
Good call here. Merzick just not getting those kills on that play, and SC capitalizing.
Well, we were talking about the 4th set, but USC still alive in the 3rd.
Aggressive. I think it's the serving errors at that point after, just keeping the ball in aggressively as you can, playing smart.
Penn State was up double digits in this set. 8-1 USC scoring run right now, despite the cushion still being there for Penn State. So they call timeout and they cash in with Merzick.
Well, there's been quite a few runs in this 3rd set here, back and forth. Both of these teams going on runs each time. Merzick with a big hammer there in her strong angle attack.
Livings off the outside of the block, and USC sides out. We're going to put in a serving sub here for Beast. Megan Verbeest, a fourth-generation Trojan. Most recently, her mom, Stacy, class of '88. Start Hannah with the hitting error.
Yeah, that was a nice one-on-one. Start gets her out on the pin, and Hannah just going a little too extreme on that angle, trying to beat Tuoninga. Now they've got Madison Peach for USC, coming in at times for Tuoninga to put up a little bit of a bigger block.
So no setter on the court.
This is when Verbeest, number 4, will set that second attack ball.
They'll do it on the bump set from the back row, and they'll score off of it.
And again, giving Penn State a different look, putting up a bigger block for them in the front row with Madison Peach. And then Megan Verbeest has a good serve, and then she will set that second contact.
Of course, as long as that's not going over, she could use her hands there if she wanted, but preferred the bump set. Misses the serve in a crucial spot. USC really had momentum. That's got to be in right there.
Well, again, yes, it does. But it's also finding those points, those what can we do to get back into this game here, 23-19. Having a different look, trying some different players to get that flow changed.
Merzick recalibrates, finds it, and that's Stark.
I think she wants to be a pin hitter. Look out.
I had to readjust my eyes for a second. That was Izzy Stark.
Them down there from Faumuina, and Stark says, okay, I'll be an opposite real quick.
She looked like an opposite.
Well, she has that mentality, honestly, being out here.
Set point, and Living scores to keep it going for USC at the moment.
And right now that double sub coming back. Madison Peach coming in for Tuoninga again, trying to get some blocking points, defensive stops on the board for USC. We know they can do the huge block, but they also do have a lot of good positive block touches off their block that they can cover in transition.
And you wonder, okay, can you afford to take Tuoninga out? The reason why they do this is because the numbers show they're very effective at point scoring when they do this blocking sub. Not here. Merzick ends the conversation in the third set, and despite a late USC surge, Penn State hangs on and takes the 2-1 set lead.
Penn State making the adjustments for set number 3, and there were a lot of runs from both sides of the net this one. Can't wait for set number 4.
That was like a few different sets within a set. There were a few different chapters in that book. Penn State, though, is a set away.
You'd think you get some long 5-setters, but no, they're sweeps.
Start of the fourth. Mendelson decides to take that from the floor, hit this, and is sent away.
Probably wishing she would have taken that one on one right there when it's coming over. It looked like it was close enough to the net to attack it.
Living second ball, pretty tight for Batenhorst. All the hustle in the world, but point for Penn State.
Batenhorst trying to recycle that one, meaning give her team a chance to cover it, but just a little bit of a side touch on that sends it long. No one there in the back row to put the free ball over.
Good pass by Jaden Livingston. Here's Batenhorst over the block.
Well, she gets up high. As you said earlier, 6'5", and she can really hit at a high point. Clearing this block here. Good tempo out to the pin, and she is just clear over Mendelsohn right there, going angle.
Mendelsohn is also 6'5", didn't matter there. And Batenhorst has a team best 11 kills. Merzick leads Penn State with 11, although Hannah's been more efficient with a 10 for 20 day. Leah Ford's been the most efficient USC hitter, 8 for 11. Trickles over the net. Hannah, nice job there out assisted. On the wrong side of the pole, so Batenhorst with the miss.
Going around the candy cane. Got to stay on in between the candy canes to keep that in.
Appropriate metaphor there for Halloween. Somehow that stays up and in. Start to Hannah is blocked. A little extra glance there from Batenhorst.
That serve, that net, just giving a little extra juice to stay over. Tuaninga alert and ready. And then SC with a huge block right off Hannah's head.
Someone retighten that net. Mendelsohn scores.
Ariel not sure how that one got by. Thought she pressed her hands over well enough, but Mendelsohn sneaks it through.
Mendelsohn was a reserve, played 27 total matches, 2 years with Nebraska, and now in a featured role for Penn State with a service error.
Found Melina there trying to serve her when she's in the front row, back in the passing rotation. Get her out of her rhythm.
Left hand and the kill. Trammell figures out a way.
She sure does. That ball kind of flew right by her right arm, but she was alert and ready. Just gets it right to the corner. Almost looks like she might have planned that. Well, you got to prepare now for a right hand attack or left.
Both coaches talked about, middles have to be ready for these setters to get them the ball in all situations. Caroline Jura vicious. Now she's popped at times tonight. Looked pretty impressive. 6 blocks to go with 8 kills.
Yeah, doing the work out there on the opposite side pin.
They isolate 4.
Well, this is what they've been looking for here, is that middle offensive attack, and Ford is getting a nice connection with Tuaninga tonight. 9 kills, second after Batenhorst, and hitting .583. Her numbers are looking good tonight offensively.
She played just 2 matches last year after injury issues, comes back this season. And Trammell runs into the wall.
Again, making those moves. Good eye work from Ford in the middle, pressing her hands over. Look at her eyes, you can see her head moving a little bit side to side.
Her second block, and Trammell uncharacteristic, under 200 tonight. One of the top 5 hitters in the country by percentage. Batenhorst finds the kill off the block and out.
Wow,
Smushed.
that elevation.
Cameron Hannah is still way up over 400.
Well, that rotation's interesting because Juravisha starts on going for that attack on the opposite side.
Now Hannah moves to the back row. Tough serve at Batenhorst, leaning in Livings. Rolled by Famuina. Stark gets there. Grimes likes to use her hands, and Merzik deposits. They've been working with Jillian Grimes, their libero, on using her hands more often as a setter when she gets those chances.
Yeah, and she's doing a nice job. I even saw a little bit of a jump set in the match against UCLA. But when you can dish up something nice and it's like technically out of system, it really can make a difference.
Famuina, one of those moments where you've talked about, got to at least keep it in play.
Well, and those are tough. You're coming, the ball's coming from behind you, and that one at the end line, but you really need to wait on it and get a high attack on it to keep it in play. And what do we know about USC? They have one of the top blocks in the country, so give it a chance.
Batenhorst terminates. Allie Batenhorst, 13 kills, but also has 9 errors on 41 swings.
Well, she's getting a heavy load every single night, offensively, defensively, in the serve receive. It's not easy to do week after week, but these athletes are working hard out here.
D-ball, Livings. Too much for Grimes. Jaden Livings ties it up at 9.
I mean, they haven't been able to slow Livings down from the back row. She made an error hitting it in the net, but I think that's as far as I remember. Haven't really slowed it down with the Penn State block. They're going to keep going to that.
Coaching staff described Livings as terminal. One way or the other, whether it's a hitting error or a kill, she usually ends the point. That's in the net, and USC is in front. Penn State got taken to 5 by UCLA and got away with it. I don't want to put it to chance again. That's a miss. Merzik looking for something high.
Merzik just a little bit off on that connection. Hitting it at a high point, but not getting a spin on it and a hand on the ball to get it to go down. USC on a 4-0 scoring run.
3 points on the Gosnell serve. Batenhorst with the big block. Timeout, Penn State.
Take a look at this block from Batenhorst. This is something Brad Keller talked to me about at length recently. Look at her hands kind of reaching out and in. Maybe not.
Look at from last year to this year. Defensively, they were very mid, to use a very 2023-24 term last season. This year, they're more than mid. They're good, maybe great, with an opponent hitting percentage ranking of 39th in the country, block percent ranking of 6th in the country. And of course, as we say that, Merzik hammers one home.
She does, but in this era, we could say their block's been cooking this year, okay?
You could say that, and you did.
Don't tell my kids.
I'm sure they're probably, it's bedtime at this point anyway. Merzik, who's been struggling tonight. You asked during the timeout, what's up with Merzik on this trip? Didn't play well really against UCLA until late in that match, and maybe it just takes her a little longer on the West Coast to get going.
Well, and we're in October. We're midway through the season. She's carrying a lot of this offense, the defense, passing. As we mentioned, 6 rotation hitter, and it's a long season, so it could just be a kind of an off week. The numbers hitting-wise a little bit low, but still getting those kills.
Yeah, it's not going to be perfect every time out. I mean, she's been pretty close to it. 3 Big Ten Player of the Week honors in the last 4 weeks. And she also doubles as the mop person, rag person when necessary.
That sweat up.
So she really does it all, is what we're learning here. Back set to Caroline Juravicius. Now Trubin takes the second. Stark in system. Merzik tips it, but into the block.
attack. Merzic kind of coming down on her throw, and USC's block has really elevated, getting them back into this match. Takes it too low down, and a big block for Tuaninga.
Well, USC, they had a big blocking deficit, which was surprising early in this match. Penn State had the huge edge. Now the blocks are nearly even, 12-10 in favor of Penn State, which you would expect USC to win that category when you just heard us talking about how good of a blocking team they are this season. There's Batenhorst bashing that one. It's dug by Angelina Stark. And Jess Merzic, the vocal leader for Penn State. She is definitely surging in the fourth set.
Nice angle hit. She gets a one-on-one opportunity here. Takes it.
Stark with the volleyball IQ.
Well, she certainly does. And USC, Ariel trying to do a free ball over, but gives her a perfect set, and she just sees it and puts it away.
It's a smart play by Ariel. It's trying to give the ball to the setter, take her out of the play, and Stark just says, well, I'll just kill it if you give it to me, as Livings misses wide.
I like her idea of going line on that, as Penn State's leaving it for her, but she has missed the last couple back row attacks when she's trying to attack down the line.
Now a little danger zone, 4-0 scoring run for Penn State. USC has to win this set. Batenhorst with the side out. #15th kill by Batenhorst. Big serve to Tuaninga, who was ready for that Stark dump attempt. This is kept in play. I'm not sure what that was by Livings. It just got caught in between thoughts, and Mendelsohn put it away.
Those are the little cleanups that you need for USC when they've got Penn State so close like this. Izzy Stark just barely bumping this over. I think Livings was trying to set it out to Batenhorst, but goes too tight. Mendelsohn able to kill it.
Livings not indecisive there. Good dig though. One hand to Tuaninga. And sets up Ariel.
You can see Coach Brad Keller there on the sideline saying to Ariel, let's go, we need more of that. And Tuaninga with a one-handed little lift there sets the one.
Statue of Liberty. Back row attack, Merzic, another high flat one she misses.
She says the set's fine, gave the thumb up. Just not a good connection.
This one hanging in the balance right now in the fourth set. Hard to tell who's going to take control. Could just be a battle of attrition. A couple of hitting errors by Penn State.
Well, right now those errors, yeah, we got to get those hitting errors under control here for the Nittany Lions, back to back. Not getting down on top of the ball on those last two attacks, flying way high over the block.
Ace serve, Batenhorst. Their 109 match winning streak. Katie Schumacher-Cawley, former Penn State player, leading her Nittany Lions, has to call timeout. 4 straight scored by USC. 6 lead changes this set. Hannah is roofed.
USC has caught a fire. Not only are they getting some production from the middles and offense, but their block has really stepped it up.
There's that triple block. Almost a miscommunication. USC keeps it up anyway, and Falmouina scores.
And right now we've got a sub here for Penn State. Mendelsohn coming out, putting a new blocker in to see if we can get something shifted here for the Nittany Lions.
Well, Jordan Hopp came in, the Iowa State transfer, who only played in 3 matches, 4 sets all season. But that was brief, and now Menger will serve. Tight, and Stark knows what to do.
Izzy Stark has no fear. That's what the coaches said. And she's getting them the points when they need it.
Remember what I said about the career high 6 kills that she had? Big time swing by Famuina. Stark has tied that career high 1 match later. She has 6 kills again. Big swing there by Famuina.
And Famuina loved that aggressive swing, and it just tools off the outside hand of Stark.
Grimes takes the second. Merzick takes the second. Ariel takes the second. Out of system point here. So this set by Stark, but Hannah is right into the block. Leah Ford right there.
Well, SC's triple block is huge right now. Staying patient, getting out there. Even if Penn State recovers it and gets the opportunity, they're putting up 3 again, and that one straight down.
Livings and Ford were the closest to it. Taylor Trammell puts one down.
Jurvish is coming back in the front row, so Penn State will have 3 attackers. Izzy Stark back to serve.
Famuina misses over the top.
And lucky for Penn State, a little bit late on that move out to the pin, so they didn't get the hands up in time for Famuina to tool him.
USC looking to send this to the 5th. Brad Keller forced to call times. Put a highlight reel together of some weird stuff in this match tonight. That it's been appropriate. Halloween coming up. Got a late night match, close contest, unorthodox success tonight with Stark tying the career high with 6 kills. Grimes, the libero, 5 assists. And Stark, now the server, looking for a lengthy run to try and steal the 4th set and end the match. Livings, no. 2-point margin.
Usually Livings with a go-to angle, but that one coming inside and trying to attack the line.
Penn State has burned both timeouts. USC just used one. It has 1 left. Livings, yes.
There she goes to that strong angle that she's so successful with, even with the block up.
Cameron Hanna looking for 2 in a row on her serve to send it to deuce. Famuina is blocked, and Penn State gets that much closer.
Now keep an eye on USC's back row attack. Livings is back there. They've had a lot of success from her on the D-ball.
Would you think about using the second timeout here for USC? Doesn't seem like Brad Keller's going to.
No, doesn't seem like he is. Just get that pass up. They've got Livings in the back, or he is. He tricked us. He was waiting for the...
Wait a little bit. Cameron Hanna on the 3rd set point. Saved by Famuina, 3 ball for Penn State. Stark, Trammell to the court, it's deuce.
Every coach on that play from Penn State, that was huge. They have now saved this set from several set points here for USC.
6-1 run. And count it. Tough serve by Hannah. It's a heavy ball there. Falovina rolls toward the middle. Stark in system to Merzik. She just missed. Penn State says contact. There has not been a challenge yet in this match until now.
And you do it now. Head coach Katie Schumacher-Colley grabs the green card immediately because there hasn't been a challenge, as you said, this entire match, so just do it now. This is a lot on the line.
The original foul on the court is out. Point USC. Penn State is challenging a block touch.
I was thinking we've had just about everything tonight except for a challenge.
Yeah, we have, but they're waiting for the best moment, and here it is when it's tied up. And these are the kind of games you get a little bit stressed, of course, as a coach and player, but also why you're playing the game.
There's nothing right there.
No, from that angle, looks like...
What about here? What about here, though?
That is a very good matrix move, and that ball just hits the top of the tape there on the visual, so it's hard to see if it hits.
Remember, hair does not count as contact.
That's right. So we didn't see one at the initial. No fingers are moving there at the net. And it looks like Batenhorst gets out of way. Don't know on that right hand.
She was trying to move her head out of the way. She brought her hands up a little bit toward the ball.
The play on the court is, after review, the play is confirmed. USC point, Penn State loses their challenge.
State, set point 4. And a miss serve. They had 22 against Michigan State. Hasn't been as bad tonight, but tough time for it.
Those are the misses that, you know, I said that Coach Keller, he doesn't talk about it a lot, but these are the situations that when they happen are not good timing.
Good pass by Gosnell. Batenhorst over the top and down.
Good high hands off the block. Nobody there in area 1 to get that touch off the block. Izzy Stark, Penn State setter, up a little bit short, looking like she was covering for a tip.
Can they do it on their 5th chance? 5th set point. The serve is in. Here's Merzik.
And there's the Merzik that we've seen this season. On top of the ball, heavy swing into that angle. Takes her time, goes up, nice tempo out. One-on-one scenario, and she's gonna put it away.
She has a 16-kill double-double. Efficiency is low, though. To an Inga. Aerial, smash down!
Beautiful pass by Gosnell. Perfect 3, as we call it. Tuaninga could have set all 3 hitters on that, and she goes to the middle.
She chose wisely, and here she is. Stark has the answer.
She certainly has had a lot of success on, and the most kills all season so far. Grimes getting this one, and it's just going a little bit tight, so Stark going with the momentum of the ball.
The freshman has a new career high, 7 kills, and she's doing it on 11 swings, no errors. Penn State gets lucky with the serve off the tape. Hannah reacts and scores, and Penn State has match point.
Add that play to the unorthodox reel that we just showed before, but again started with Tuaninga with a one-hand save on the serve.
To keep it going, Livings does it.
This place is electric right now. Back and forth we go. High intensity volleyball. Never dull here at the Galen Center.
This deuce has been as good as it gets. Batenhorst, the Nebraska transfer. Hannah Famowina into the block, covered nicely by Livings. 2 run over to loft it up for Famowina. The libero Grimes with the swing. Famowina isolated. Suaninga. Famowina on the joust, kept up again. All tied at 28. Ariel missed it. USC showed the sign that they thought contact, and Brad Keller. Batenhorst, well passed. Livings, kept up momentarily by Faldudo, but we play on.
And why would we expect anything more? It's been that way the last part of this set. Going back and forth, and it's who's gonna put these two together. For Penn State, it's a side out and then a big defensive play to finish it. Can USC's block go back to back here?
Stark, Hannah brings that arm back, and she has just been finding it all night. Cameron Hannah up to 14 kills. It's 30-29, and Penn State has its 3rd match point.
Well, they've definitely worked out that connection and got her set going, that's for sure.
Livings, it's down, and my expectations are it will keep going.
And you have to win by 2, no matter how high we go. Livings in the back row now. We know they love the D-ball. She's had a lot of success when she attacks that crossbody.
What a set this has become. Hannah cross court.
Wow, I love that aggressive swing out of system set. That set coming from over her shoulder. Not the best pass there, but Grimes once again delivering a beautiful out of system set.
7th assist for Grimes from the libero spot. It's in! It lands in after USC pulled the arms back, and Brad Keller had a challenge remaining. So Penn State stormed the court to celebrate. And up top, Penn State with its 20th win of the season. The winning streak is now 12. The Big Ten winning streak, first in the conference, 15 straight conference wins. They come in to the Galen Center and win in 4, coming back to win the 4th set 32-30.